Welcome back to the London School of English. And today, in today's live stream, we will tell you everything there is to know about our business and professional English courses. This is relevant for any of you needing to use English for work, with colleagues, partners, or international clients, and feeling the need to improve your English so that you feel more confident. As we all know, being comfortable in English and being able to demonstrate that you speak English to your employers can make a huge difference in your career prospects or in getting the job that you really want. So today I'm delighted to introduce two of my colleagues, our expert English language trainer, Emma Palmieri, who teaches business and professional English to our international clients. And I'm also very happy to introduce my colleague Perrine Chor from our sales team, who works with our business English clients, helping them answer their questions about business English courses. Welcome, Emma and Perrine.
Good to have you. Hi.
Hi. So some of you already know that we have a range of business and professional English courses, and one of our flagship courses is Business and Professional English 25 plus, for those who are aged 25 plus, 25 years and over. And we deliver this both in virtual groups online and also face-to-face in a beautiful part of London at our Holland Park Gardens Centre. We also have English for Work and Careers, which can be studied virtually. That's another course. And we also have a host of other courses, from English for Human Resources to English for Specific Purposes to English for Lawyers. And we deliver as well corporate English language training for companies who want to train groups of their employees. So as you can imagine, lots to choose from. But maybe just to start, we would like to focus on our business and professional English 25 plus course. And I know, Perrine, that you actually wanted to show us a video from one of our clients who took the course. And I think that's a great way to actually start talking about the courses and about the training. So could you tell us a little bit more about the client before we play the video?
Yes, of course. Thanks, Olga. Sure. Kazu, who you're going to see on the video, came to us from Japan, and he studied with us for 3 months. To give you a little bit of background on where the shot was made, so every Friday morning, the whole school gathers to celebrate the leavers ceremony, and we bid farewell to our leavers of the week. During the ceremony, our trainers, such as Emma, hand over the end of course certificate to the participants who completed their course. And Kazu surprised us by sharing the presentation he prepared for his business and professional English course with the whole school. Here's a short clip of his presentation.
Fortunately, as a result of interview with my company in Japan, the company selected the London School of English for me. And I think here is really fantastic school in London. There are a lot of brilliant teachers and a good cafeteria and a good atmosphere and a nice environment and also good locations. And the first 2 months, I was in general English class. I learned here about culture, politics, food, sports, lifestyle, and travel, etc. And I am satisfied with studying general English before coming to business English, because they are a fundamentals to study business English. And the last 1 month, I'm in business English class. Here I learned about how to negotiate with my companies, my customers, and how to write email in business, how to write a business email in English, and how to give a presentation, and how to manage, how to attend meetings. And here I had a lot of opportunities to have role play and to practice like this. So today is my last day of 3 months, and I believe I got good confidence in English. And also I got to meet a lot of people here in London. I got to know 16 nationalities classmates, and I learned from 10 British teachers. So now I'm really grateful for all of my fantastic classmates, all of my brilliant teachers, and all of kind school staff. Thank you.
That's a very interesting video, and yeah, such good memories as well. I think Marie and Emma, you were there as when Kazu was presenting.
It was really quite moving, wasn't it? It was just before Christmas, and it was really lovely to have a student decide to do it. And it was his choice in front of the whole school, and everybody just loved it. And he's increased his confidence so much from when he began the course. It was really beautiful to see.
Mm-hmm. And I think everyone saw Kazu somewhere around the school, studying in the restaurant, studying in the self-study room. So yes, we all got to see him somewhere in the school.
He worked so hard. Yeah, it was good.
Fantastic. And we actually just want to say hello to everyone who's joining us. We've got Frank Kuntz, who is one of our alumni. So it's really good to see you here, Frank, again. And Frank is actually mentioned that he agreed with quite a few things that Kazu mentioned in his presentation as well. And we also have NM Educação Internacional from Brazil, and we have Abdelkader from France joining. Hello. So do write your comments or questions as we go along in the live chat, and we'll answer them at the Q&A session as well. Mm-hmm. So Farine and Emma, just to kind of focus back on the presentation and on our business and professional 25 plus course, can you tell us a little bit more about what type of clients take the course? Because I'm sure that there will be quite a lot of kind of things that our viewers might find familiar in terms of the need to take business and professional English course.
Mm-hmm. So I'd say that the clients who choose the business and professional English 25 plus course have in common that they are all highly motivated professionals, and they come from various sectors, which can be engineering, finance, IT, marketing, education, import exports, for example. And at some point in their career, they feel that they need to improve their language skills. The reasons for them coming to us are quite diverse. The main ones, I would say, would be to adapt or to keep up with the requirements of their roles at work, to improve their professional performance and aim for promotion, or even to change careers. Our participants usually have several years of work experience in their specific sector, or they are well established in their chosen career. I would say that most of our business English clients come to us with a solid intermediate level of English. They are able to deal with real life situations without too much trouble using their general English skills during their holidays, for example. And it is only when it comes to working in English that our business English clients feel that their language skills are no longer on par with what is expected from them at work. Then, depending on their nationality, some clients have good reading or listening skills, but they find it quite difficult when it comes to speaking in English. Others might find themselves more comfortable in their specific area of expertise, when they need to read trade press or write internal reports, but they lack confidence with other tasks such as making a phone call or delivering a presentation, chairing a meeting, or negotiating with providers. In terms of where the requests come from, we have requests from the future participants themselves, as well as from HR managers and learning and development managers for their employees. Also note that your business English course can be sponsored by your employer, and it was the case for Kazu. So it's definitely worth asking if support is available and discussing this language training with your company. Emma, do you think what do you think can be said from a trainer's perspective?
Well, I would echo what you said about the diversity. I think that's one of the great things about teaching the course. It's so interesting to have students from such a wide range of backgrounds, both nationality and job-wise. I think they come to us because it's a really stressful thing to do, to conduct business in another language that's not your first language. As you said, most of our students already speak English. You know, they can cope with most general situations. But when you have to negotiate in a language which is not your own, when you have to give a presentation, everybody's looking at you, and it's not just you you're representing, it's your company interests. It's incredibly stressful experience. So I think what our courses offer is like a safe space for you to practice those skills, to get your confidence up in those skills, and to reassure yourself that you can do it and you can do it well. And your teacher is there constantly to give you feedback. You get these little slips of paper on that sort of, if any kind of errors you're making in terms of accuracy, so you can feel that you're going to be more accurate. The other students, of course, always give their points of view as well. So maybe they would say, like, with my culture, we might do this slightly differently. So I think that leads to very interesting discussions around the table as well. But I think the reason why our students come to us is to get more confidence that they can do their job well in English. And I think generally when they leave us, they feel so much better that when they do go back, that they're going to feel a lot more comfortable using their English to speak to their clients or sending emails and getting it right. And I think they find that, you know, immensely helpful to them.
Yeah, that's great. And I know that there are some other kind of quotes from the clients that we have later in the live stream. So I'm sure that this would support what you've just mentioned. And how about our English for Work and Careers course? Could you tell us a little bit more about the type of clients that choose to take this course?
Mm-hmm. So Business and Professional English 25 Plus is designed for participants who are age 25 and over, while English for Work and Careers is designed specifically for young professionals who are aged 20 or to 35. Some of our clients are finishing their university studies and about to transition to the workplace, while others may have a few years of workplace experience. What our clients do have in common is that they want to prepare for a change in their professional life, and gaining business English skills is a key part of this process. Our young professionals have a good intermediate level of English as well, and very often they have used English at school, on holidays, or with friends and colleagues. What they're missing, though, and what we can provide are the language skills to deal confidently with people in professional context, which can be how to apply for work, how to participate successfully in meetings or deliver presentations, how to negotiate as well, how to write business emails or reports, and how to respond to online communication. Now, obviously, it's about working remotely or dealing with social media. Those are just a few examples of what we can help cover during the 2-week course. Our trainers, such as Emma, will obviously tailor the course to meet the needs of the participants who are attending the session. So the exact content of the course will be obviously relevant to the goals and experience of the class. Am I correct, Emma?
Of course. Well, that's true of all our courses. That we tailor the the materials to the needs of the students, which is, again, great for teachers. It means you're never teaching the same thing again, because it's, depends on who's in front of you and what they need. And how that translates for this particular course, English for Working Careers, is that you could have somebody, for example, I had a student who had already worked for 7 years in Amsterdam using his English, but been transferred to the London office. So although his English was very good, he wanted to learn more about working in a British business context. So that's what lots of the course that week was about. At the same time, you get people who maybe aren't coming to the UK. I had a student from Japan who was going to attend a workshop in Switzerland, but it was being conducted in English, and he wanted to improve his English so he could study this course in Switzerland. So again, that's looking at something similar, but not exactly the same set of skills. In general, I would say that it's something we cover a lot of interview skills, application skills, because it's something which concerns a lot of our students going into jobs, either in the immediate future or sometimes a bit, if they're at university, might be a bit further away, but it's definitely still going to be useful for them. We cover those, and we cover same topics similar to some of the topics we cover in the business course, so meetings and negotiations and some business topics. But rather than in the business course, the 25 plus, they're using their experience. They know how they use English already at work and they want to improve upon it. For this course, English for Working Careers, it's almost more they're predicting what they're likely to need, and we're looking at case studies a bit more, or a bit more at the wider world, to use those to feed into the meetings and to help students in that way. But I think either way it can be very interesting for the students to look and see how things are going in the world, and to add what they're learning at their universities or in their experiences as well so far.
Right. Yeah, thank you. And so English for Work and Careers is for people who are kind of younger and are at the beginning of their careers, but then as they progress, perhaps business and professional 25 plus is what they can get to improve their communication skills later on. And it's interesting that you mentioned some of the countries of our clients. We've got new people joining, so we've got people joining from India and from Japan, as you mentioned just now. So, welcome to the live stream. So how would our clients expect their English to improve in these courses? And what would you say are the benefits of the courses and the skills that can be gained from taking them?
As I said before, I think it means that you go back into the workplace, having been in our courses, more confident that you're giving a polite and professional and yet effective impression to everybody you're dealing with, and whether that's in the spoken form of English, or in an email, in written forms, or on the telephone, however it is. I think the challenge often is, as I said, students can communicate the basic stuff. You can say, I do not want this. Okay, obviously you can say that. But should you, in a negotiation situation, you're going to need something a bit more. You're going to need a bit more like subtlety. So I think this is what this course is trying to teach you. In this situation, what's a good phrase that you can use? How can you be polite yet strong to get what you need for work? And we look at that in a range of different business situations, whether that's a meeting, chairing a meeting, participating in a meeting, negotiations, dealing with the client, dealing with the supplier, so different sort of business roles. And then we discuss it, and this is when, it's great to have students from around the world in the classroom from different cultural perspectives. Whether you're from Japan, whether you're from Argentina, from the UK, you can have different styles of communication probably. A few years ago, I was teaching this in my class, and I was talking about indirectness, and British people can be very indirect, particularly when they're giving bad news or criticisms. It can be very soft, and sometimes it can be difficult to pick up on. And we were going through some phrases which typically British people might use when criticizing others. And my French students in the class suddenly went, "Oh my God." And it turned out that her boss was British. And she knew that there was a problem with the boss, but wasn't quite sure exactly what it is. And it turned out that he had used exactly one of these phrases I was teaching to criticize to her, but she hadn't realized it was criticism. I think he said something like, well, it's very good, but maybe you can consider looking again at this part. And she just heard, well, it's very good. But maybe look again. And she looked again and she was just like, it's fine. She didn't realize that what a British person would have realized, which is, I don't really like this part, you need to do it again. And she was saying to me, but why isn't he more direct? Why doesn't he just say, I mean, I won't be offended. It's fine. He can say that to me. And I said, well, yes, but British people in general don't. British people in general try to be polite, but maybe in doing so, they're less clear. So that's the kind of thing that maybe, you know, that students pick up on the course about how we use English to communicate. There is the word level, but then there's also the level of meaning above that. And that can depend on the situation, that can depend on the culture, the style, on a whole range of things. So that's the kind of thing that I expect students to leave and go, now I know when my boss is just being polite, when he's criticizing me.
All right.
Yeah, that's very true, Emma. Actually, well, what I want to say is that while it's true that you will gain those business English skills by being exposed, as you said, to an English-speaking work environment, it's quite unlikely that anyone at work will have the time, will have the resources, and as you mentioned, the skills to give you the business English language training that you need. So by choosing one of our business English courses, you will benefit from the support of qualified and experienced trainers such as Emma, who deliver business English training to international professionals all year round. Again, we create a safe space for all of our participants so that they can develop their skills in real life situations. And we strongly believe that our clients' new and improved practical language skills will help them right after they finish their training and to further their career. And we are very lucky actually to have clients who return to us from time to time. And I have a short clip from one of our returners, Victoriano Martin, who comes from us from Spain.
Hello, I'm Victor Martin. I'm from Barcelona, Spain. This is my, I don't know, 8, 9 times in the school. I started 7 years coming here from an English nearly to the scratch, nearly zero. So I came almost 2 weeks per year, so consecutively weeks. This year I'm doing, right now this week I'm doing general business English, and the previous one was general English. So I really like the school because a lot of things. The quality of the teachers are really, really good. Every week is a new experience. The ambient, the atmosphere of the school with the other colleagues are always really good. You really create an atmosphere where everyone wants to learn in the same approach. You can meet a lot of people from other cultures or origins. So I really enjoy it. Not only the classes, also the social program. That is very important to have this experience in the school. So I will come back for sure next year.
Oh, that's lovely. I really love Victoriano. He's really great. So hopefully Victoriano will see this message, and we hope that he'll come back to us.
Yeah.
And I believe we also have a review on Trustpilot from Pascal, who's from Switzerland. He recently completed his business and professional virtual group course, and he says, so he gave us 5 stars, which is fantastic. Nothing to say, just perfect. This is the second time for me that I have used this school, first time virtual. Perfect organization, great adaptation of the teacher to the personal participants' needs. I'm very happy. And we're happy that you were happy, Pascal. So many thanks for your review. And we hope to see Pascal in London with us.
Yeah, that's really good feedback from clients. So just moving on to the methodology of the courses and how they're organized. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yeah, sure. So before the course even starts, we all our future participants are invited to complete what we call a pre-course questionnaire. And the pre-course questionnaire is a personal needs assessment. And we ask about your experience, your language level, and your motivation for taking the course. And our participants can then also tell us more about what they want to learn and achieve during their training. Our face-to-face and virtual group course includes all course materials and resources, access to our London School online learning platform from the time of enrollment and until 3 months after their course ends. It also includes a detailed end of course report from your trainer with recommendations and on next steps, and a certificate of course completion. The participants that join us for face-to-face training in London can also have lunch in our beautiful restaurant. And they also have access to our social program with cultural activities in and around our center. Emma, can you just rewinding, could you tell us a little bit more about the course methodology?
I think the kind of methodology we use is whatever the client needs, they get. So we get this form, as you say, before the clients join us, and the teachers look at it, the form, and plan the course around that. They also speak to them on the first day to find out if there's anything else that comes up. So typically, as we saw with Kazoo, students would find presentations useful, either because they do them regularly as part of their course, as part of their job, or because, you know, in the future they might be required to do them. So we talk about that quite early on in the week, and then the student gets a chance to prepare the presentation that they give on Fridays, usually not in front of the whole school, usually just that's usually enough, but again with lots of feedback from the teacher. So for lots of our clients, maybe they've been asked to do presentations in English before, but they haven't quite felt comfortable doing it, or they need to build up the confidence a bit more. So this is a great opportunity for them to do it in a safe space, to get feedback from the teacher to say, you did that well, this is a way to improve further, and feedback, of course, from the other students to say, you know, that's, if I really like the way that you presented this, I thought this was really useful. So yeah, I've been to many brilliant presentations. That one of the best ones was just selling me like an ordinary biro pen, like sort of saying like sort of how would you sell this, and that was just amazing, very practical. So you see some amazing things. When we plan the course, we also do lots of meetings, negotiations, that kind of stuff often comes up. And the key really, again, is practice. So it's not just telling them about theory, giving them only the language. We give them the language, they get an opportunity to practice with each other, see how it works, and then get feedback at the end. So this went well, go well. Maybe we'll do it again towards the end of the week and see if we can do it better. So yeah, I think that's just basically how the structure works. And then at the end, all the students get a report, and so, you know, what they did really well, how they've made improvements, and then how they can continue to make improvements. I think you mentioned London School Online, Paris. We use this platform for students to self-study. So we might say, for example, if you need to extend your vocabulary in this area, maybe you have a look at these lessons using London School Online, or maybe using other materials that are available. So yeah, we give practical help. So after the course, this is what you can do. This is what you can move on to.
That's great. Thanks, Perrine and Emma. And you mentioned face-to-face courses and then virtual courses. We actually do have a live stream that's entirely dedicated to our virtual group courses. So you can watch it online on our YouTube channel. But just briefly, if you can talk a little bit about is this something that would still deliver the same results and the same outcomes compared to our face-to-face courses?
The course is exactly the same, only the delivery mode would differ. For Business and Professional English 25 plus, when we talk about the face-to-face training, we have 3 options you can choose from. The first option is a part-time morning course with 15 hours per week, which is 3 hours per day, Monday to Friday. The second option is a full-time intensive program with 30 hours per week. And the third option is a combination of group courses with 15 hours of group courses per week and individual training with 15 hours as well. When the training is delivered online, Business and Professional English, as well as English for Work and Careers, both run as part-time courses with 15 hours per week. We offer several time slots a day, so our participants can choose their preferred time slot depending on their time zone and their availability. If you're not able to travel to London now, well, you can actually decide to join us online, and then when you have a chance to visit us, then you can switch to face-to-face training. What would you say the differences are based on your experience, Emma?
Well, obviously, not to repeat what we've said already about the online perhaps being, offering more time slots. So, maybe that can work better for some people, maybe. I would say in terms of the content and the delivery, it's very similar. And we do, again, everything's based around the needs of the students. We do use the same, well, not the same necessarily, but very similar materials. We obviously, the dynamics are different. You don't have people sitting around in a classroom when it's online, but we do have facilities to have group discussions and then breakout rooms. So you do get that opportunity to get that one-to-one contact with other students on the course and with the teacher to get feedback. So I think that's something which is really important progress that you can get in both formats, both online and in the classroom. And I would say both, you look at meetings in both, you look at telephones. I think the result is very similar in both. Some people would prefer to be in a classroom, able to be in a classroom environment, and others are not. So I think both are useful, but it depends on your what's available to you possibly now.
It's great.
I think, yes, just to interrupt you, Olga, I think we have a quote from one of our participants again, from Dean Kwong, who's French, and he studied with us earlier this year in London and recently completed his Business and Professional virtual group course this time. And he gave us 5 stars, which is really nice from him. And he says, "Thank you for your help. I enjoyed a lot my business English training online. This helps me to be more confident to get my new job." So thank you very much for your kind words, Dean Kwong, and hopefully we'll see you again in London.
Yeah, that's a fantastic quote, and really good to see new quotes coming up on our Trustpilot profile again. We can talk a lot about business and professional English courses. There's a whole range of them, including English for human resources and English for specific purposes for those people who want to focus on the skills which are very specific to their profession, industry, or company. But just before we wrap up, Perrine and Emma, could you tell us a little bit more about corporate English training that we provide?
So what we mean by corporate English training, they are the bespoke solutions that we offer to organizations based on their needs and their objectives. So what we do is we design the course content with a consultative approach to delivery and reporting. And it means that we are taking the time to discuss and to understand our client-specific requirements so that we are able to offer a unique solutions tailored to their language needs. What we do is we really put in place clear objectives, and we measure our participants' progress against these so that we can make sure that they reach their goals. We analyze feedback and progress from the point of view of both the learner and trainer, and we agree with the company on the most appropriate reporting methods with them. So over the years, we have delivered face-to-face and virtual training to companies and organizations of all sizes and around the world. And we had organizations in the public sector, banking groups, and transportation companies. And you can find further details on our specific approach on our website, which you have seen earlier. And you can also find them here on the Corporate English Training website. Now, to give you a better idea of what we mean by our approach in practical terms, I've selected one of our client companies as an example. So this client is a large healthcare and pharmaceutical group with several units across Europe. And we have been providing them with a 360 solution to ensure the employees are able to work in English. The solution package includes, first, an initial level assessment of the employees with results benchmarked against set language goals for each role. Once the assessment stage is completed, we are creating learning plans with their managers to allow the employees to achieve their required language goal. Now, included in the learning plan, we have access to our learning platform, online learning platform, London School Online, which we've mentioned before, and also virtual teacher-led classes throughout the year. Then we monitor each learner's progress by reassessing their attendance and their levels at the end of each trimester to ensure that they are on track for their projected program. The company is also able to monitor themselves their the participants' usage on the online learning platform through an HR admin profile. We then provide the company with quarterly reporting metrics and dashboards with summary data about the program. And again, all the participants receive learner reports at the end of each trimester outlining the improved language levels and our recommendations for future learning. Can I ask you, Emma, from your perspective, what is your perspective on this type of course?
What did you mean, one-to-one learning, or?
Yeah, about the learning of when we are designing a corporate training, and I think you've just finished one of them where you had a closed group and the course was designed specifically for them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think it's a big advantage because it means that they can share what, their experiences with each other as well. And as you said, I think comparing it to what they were, what levels they were before is really useful. So they feel a sense of progress. And I think that's key because I think it's very easily when you're learning a language over a long period of time, you can lose a bit of motivation. So I think the fact that they are very much on it, it's very targeted to their needs, and then they get a sense of, okay, I've improved that, that's really good. And it encourages them to keep on learning together. So I think that's very helpful for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great. So that's a lot of information about our business, the range of our business and professional English courses. And of course, there's a whole lot more information on our website at londonschool.com, and there's a particular dedicated page which lists the information on the courses. It's a business and professionals course page. But unfortunately, we need to wrap up the live stream, and I just wanted to ask you, Corinne, if any of our viewers decide to take a business and professional English training, then what are the next steps?
It really depends on how advanced your project is. So if you already know what you want, then you can go directly to our website and you can book your course, whether it's an online a virtual course. If it's a face-to-face training, then you can book it directly on the website, as is mentioned in the banner, www.londonschool.com. then if you don't know really where to start and what course you want, be it you don't know if you need English for work and careers, an individual training, a group course. So the easiest thing is we can help you select the most suitable program for you. You just need to contact us by email on clients@londonschool.com, and we'll discuss your needs, do an analysis, and make sure that the training that we select is the most suitable to your requirements.
That's great. And I do know that we have clients with different levels of English as well. There were comments from some of our viewers. For example, we're estimating that the level of English is, for example, 6 out of 10, etc. So we also help with identifying the level of English as well. Right. Yeah. So that's something that people who are watching us can also find out in terms of our online English level test on at londonschool.com. Great. So we hope that the information that we presented here on the live stream was useful for everyone who joined us and everyone who's watching the video. And do contact us on clients@londonschool.com if you have any questions. And we're running these live streams on the regular basis, so there are a few live streams that are coming up as well. One of them is the HR English live stream next week, and then in just a couple of weeks' time, we have some live streams that help you with resources for learning English. Say, for example, some useful TV series for learning English. So, and I know that Emma is smiling because this would be one of the live streams that Emma, you will be
that was one, yeah,
presenting.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So we hope that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and we hope to see you and speak to you maybe on the phone or over email. So this has been great seeing our viewers on the live stream. So before we wrap up, oh, and we have some nice comments from our viewers. Ali and Abdelkader and Frank is hoping that you'll be able to watch the live streams next time. So have a fantastic day, evening, morning, depending on where you find yourself in the world. Corinne and Emma, would you like to say a couple of things to our viewers before we wrap up?
Yes, of course. Well, again, it's we're living in very unusual times, and we hope that you can connect with us and take your mind off things, spend some time doing some learning. As Olga said, we have a YouTube channel with lots of videos and resources, so there are lots of ways to keep yourself entertained and learn at the same time. So hopefully we'll hear back from you very soon. And keep well, and again, talk to you very shortly.
Yeah, and I'll just say, like, keep safe, have fun with your English, because when you're having fun, you learn, and stay in touch with us. It's great to see you, and we hope to see you again soon.
Great. Thank you very much. And
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you, everyone. See you very soon.